It's really pretty out here today. Here, let me show you some of the sunshine on the snow. Sunshine on the snow, and of course it looks much better in reality. Nothing ever looks so great on pictures unless you mess with them. Anyway, I was kind of just getting myself away from the world and feeling much better. I find myself not even interested in the latest asinine human behaviors, the news and whatever else is out there. Just don't care. Just don't care. I've been thinking about the disconnecting, especially after we die, that we don't get called back here because we're attached. And the key is really identification, not identifying with the body. I mean, nothing wrong with enjoying the body and taking care of the body, but not thinking that the body is you, or that your thoughts are you, or your emotions and your feelings and everything else that has to do with your physical system. Our physical system is something that is just hooked into this reality. It's part of nature. And when you leave here, you won't have that anymore. There will be no physical system. There will be no brain, no thoughts, no body, no nothing. So the part of you that survives, your spirit, is what would be good to identify with now already. I think that's what Adi means when he said, to die before you die. Because then you know who you really are. And this dying thing won't be so scary anymore because they have just scared us out of our wits about dying. And maybe some of that has to do with some of the between life experiences that we have. Maybe they're not that pleasant, So we're not looking forward to going back there. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. I was reading a book the other day, and it was sort of a book about, taking all the myths that we have and kind of transforming them into spiritual lessons, so to speak. And he has a lot of myths about the the ancient gods, the Egyptian gods, the Greek gods, the Nordic gods, and he also had some stuff in there, some information or some quotes from the Bible, and also from the writings of Thomas, I think was the guy's name. And these are not in the Bible. He was also quoting a lot of information that was not put in the Bible. Anyway, it's an interesting book. It didn't tell me anything new. It was almost like reading it was almost kind of like a meditation. It's very poetic, and the guy uses big words, so that was kind of cool. Had to look some of them up, and there was a point in there where he was talking about the crucifixion, and something just jumped into my mind as far as fear. And I just kind of, saw all my fear crucified on the cross. And it was a big relief. It was a physical relief, actually. And that was a couple days ago, and it pretty much has stayed with me. I'm not saying all my fears are gone, but a large chunk seems to be gone because it's dead on the cross. So I don't know. I thought that might be helpful for some people. Visualizing. I think spontaneous visualizations are very are more effective than visualizations that have been written for you. Because if they're spontaneous and they're yours, they are like tailor-made for your own system and for your own psyche. So anyway, that was kind of cool. The other thing I use sometimes, and it's not as powerful anymore, but when I first came up with it worked fairly well, is imagining a giant vacuum cleaner, like just this big crystal, beautiful kind of hose thing that, goes around my body or around the house or whatever I want to get rid of. And just kind of sucks negativity or pain or illness or dark thoughts or entities and just sucks them right up. So that was another thing that I found helpful. I don't do it that much anymore. I seem to like the cross thing now. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. The most helpful thing I found is staying away from processed food because, processed food, especially sugar, impacts your system. It impacts how you feel physically and mentally and emotionally. So eat well and turn the news off. I think most of us know now what's going on. It makes no sense to keep listening to it. It's putting, it's like trashing your system, your mind, your thoughts, your imagination. You're putting trash in there. The same with what's passes for music these days. It's just a lot of spirit-destroying noise. So, loosen up. I think, we naturally want to defend ourselves. We naturally want to protect when we see danger, which the last couple of years, we've seen danger all around us. And like magnified 1,000 times from what it was before. And so the natural response is to want to protect and contract, and your whole body contracts. You're just in flight or fight mode all the time. It's really not doing anything for me anymore. So I'm just staying away from it. I have lots of YouTube channels that I subscribe to. I have 100 and some because I guess when all this first started, I didn't want to miss out on anything. So I wanted the input from as many places as I could get. But now when I look at those channels, it just doesn't interest me anymore. I just don't care. There's something inside that is like bored with it, like truly bored. So that's about it. I hope you're all well and taking good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Thanks for listening. Bye.